A man seeking revenge against his noisy neighbors built a system that blasts loud music whenever it detects the neighbors play loud music, and it responds by triggering a CD player to play Who Let the Dogs Out by the Bahamen. The system periodically stops and listens if the neighbors have ceased playing their music. If they don't stop, the system blasts them with another dose of the Bahamen. Noisy neighbors aren't the only problem behind noise pollution. Noise pollution causes several health problems. However, scientists have come up with windows to cancel out noise while still open. Today, we'll look at noise canceling windows, which can stay open and cancel out noise, and how they'll improve the reduction of noise pollution and its potential threats. Lua New Scientist, September 2020, addresses that people living in cities with warm climates face a problem during summer months. Opening the window for ventilation means letting in traffic sounds. A noise canceling device could solve this dilemma. First, we'll turn the volume down to hear the problems with noise pollution. Second, we'll slide open our minds into understanding the process of how these windows work. And finally, we'll have an unobstructed view of a future with noise canceling windows and how they'll improve our lives. But before we understand how these windows work, we need to know the motivation behind creating them, which is noise pollution and the way it's affecting humans. Windows letting in a vast amount of noise in the room while sleeping can lead to sleep deprivation. PBS.org, October 2017, argues that a growing body of evidence links noise from a variety of sources, including air, rail, road traffic, and industrial activity, to adverse health outcomes. Noise pollution is one of the main causes of sleep deprivation, as Sleep Foundation, September 2020, affirms. Which is funny, considering that one of their main suggestions to sleeping better is opening the window for fresh air. That is not going to happen when you have noisy neighbors contributing to sleep deprivation. Ian Nichols, for example, neighbor to noisy Gemma Walker, sent her to court after reporting that when she moved in, their life was made hell. There was yelling and bawling day and night, loud music, and even sex noises. Their son even had to move out because he wasn't getting any sleep. Now imagine having to open the window at night for fresh air and having to listen to your neighbor's business. Being sent to court is not the only negative outcome of sleep deprivation. Unfortunately, there have also been deaths linked to sleep deprivation. Healthline 2019 describes that operating on little to no sleep can increase your risk of having an accident while driving or doing something potentially hazardous. A 67-year-old man who fell asleep behind the wheel and drifted into oncoming traffic caused a major car crash that killed a man named Dennis Bray. This man could serve up to a year in jail after pleading guilty for drowsy driving, declares Mason of the Morning Call, January 2019. Had he slept better in a peaceful and quiet room, this death could have been avoided. Now that I told you about the problems with noise pollution, I will discuss how scientists are finding ways to reduce the negative outcomes of noise pollution. We will explore this new technology called noise canceling windows by getting to know the inventor, how it works, and the results. Dr. Ban Lam, an acoustical engineer at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, articulates to New York Times Magazine, July 2020, that he grew up in Singapore and it's a small city where he lived, so he had some motivation to solve this problem. Additionally, scientist Ishimura came up with the basic concept of active noise control system placed in windows. Along with Dr. Lam and other researchers, they created this system that can reduce outside noise by at least 50%. In Singapore, these windows with active noise control system have been tested and are currently in the process of improving the results and expand the product worldwide. That way, not only those in Singapore are getting the full benefits of peaceful sleeping. Active noise control system means small microphones detect outside noise and reduce it by a certain amount of decibels, which means the intensity of a specific sound source is less once it passes through those microphones and it reaches the ear. The team expanded the concept and created speakers that can fit into large windows, and the system uses microphones outside of the windows to detect the sound waves of the noise source. That in turn deciphers the proper wave frequency needed to neutralize the sound, which is then transmitted to the array of speakers on the inside of the window frame. The speakers then emit the proper anti-wave, which cancel out the incoming waves. And there you have it, near blissful silence, indicates Wallstein from the New York Times, July 2020. These windows create that environment we all wish to have when noise enters the room, quiet and peaceful. The convenience of price are being further researched to make it available worldwide. Nanyang Technological University highlights that they are now improving by improving the noise cancellation efficiency by making the speakers smaller and more cost-effective to produce. Scientists are also working with government agencies to further develop the active noise control system in Singapore to make it available for residential purchases. These windows are now part of a future into reducing noise pollution for people and eliminating air conditioner waste. While there have been positive results, these windows have created debate over the potential challenges to overcome, such as availability to lower classes due to cost and convenience. Some say the noise canceling windows are too good to be true. So let's discuss some of the challenges needed to be addressed in order for this to benefit everybody in the future. Intaglia, Scientific American 2020 highlights that the device is just a prototype, so it's still expensive, meaning that just at the basic level of manufacturing right now, it is not cost effective to produce due to the amount of work that is put into these windows. Although prices for the windows have yet to be specified, Kaplan at House Logic mentions that custom-built soundproofing windows can cost up to close up to $10,000 per window, and that is without installation. An alarming number that most working class communities cannot even afford. Although there have been some issues right now, since there are promising results, the possibilities for expanding the product worldwide are advanced quicker than expected. The team is working hard to develop the technology further by making the speakers smaller and more cost-effective to produce. Claims Direct Alert, May 2018. Professor Elliott said that the system required further development, but could enter production in 5 to 10 years, notes The Guardian, July 2020. If noise cancellation windows are spread worldwide, the world will be a much more peaceful place. First, we tune in to understand the problems with noise pollution. Second, we cracked open our minds into the process of noise canceling windows. And lastly, we broke down some of the challenges needed to overcome for a better future with peaceful sleeping and better health results. Noise canceling windows may be the next device to help reduce health-related issues linked to noise pollution. So remember, next time you find yourself annoyed at your neighbors, don't go ahead and invent some system to blast loud music back at them. Just know that in the future, noise canceling windows will give you some peace.